Hi, people, brothers and sisters of the realm. You know, there's some that already are. There's all of you can be. I know you probably get sick of me saying that stuff, but it's really important. But I'll stop. But you know, wouldn't you like to be a king or a queen? There's things you need to do to attain that. I mean, you'll get it. I think you'll get it sooner or later, but it's going to be way later. It'll put you way back in the game. I don't know if I got this thing where I need it to be. I should tell you who I am. Okay, you guys know who I am. I'm my name here on earth is Mary Lou Perry. Plus, I've had some other names because I've been married 3 times. So I have my maiden name and my first marriage name, my second marriage name, and my third marriage name. So that's 4 names. Um, but I stuck with the last one because it wasn't bad. I didn't really like Smith. It's so cliche. That's probably not the right word, but alias Smith and Jones. When I was in North Carolina, the phone book was huge, okay, really big, serious. And then in that phone book, picture it, all the little teeny fine print, the people's names and numbers, okay? Okay, we'll say about that much of the book was Smith. And then there was a little bit more that was Jones. I mean, not more than the Smiths. It was more Smiths, and that's what I was, okay? I was born into this world, Mary Lou Smith. And that was back in New Bern, North Carolina, in a county called Craven. We be craving something's what I'm trying to tell you. And I'm just being excited, and someone just put a message through there. I get distracted. I was gonna be I am vain, okay? I think we're all vain, or we want to be. I lived for a long time without mirrors, so I never knew what I looked like, really. I just wandered around seeing everything else, but not me. And so can be life, right? I mean, we are taught to be good to our brother. Good to our neighbor, which is everybody, people. It's not just the guy that lives next door. Maybe more so we should be to the ones that are living around us, because you have a lot easier way to, in other words, you don't have to go to an event. You don't have to drive miles. It's just somebody you see every day, okay? And then you go to your job, and so you know the people there, and then you go out to dinner, and you know your waiters and waitresses, and you go out to the bar. I know, bad thing, but nevertheless, a lot of people do go out to the bar because they are lonely. They're sitting at home alone. They'd rather go be with some people. Now, country western music way back when I was first married, that's what he wanted. He liked hard rock too, but he did get into the country western after a while. And you know what? It's got the best two-step and stuff. She's got to stop while I'm on here. I'm not going to stop though. It's okay. It's just now I've had 2 messages, and I'm glad. I'm glad to have the messages, but they pop up in front of my eyeballs because I'm using my iPad to do this. Anyway, I was about to say I was vain. Okay, I am vain. Man, I saw some old time VHS videos. I was pretty hot. I really was. But see, the thing is, I didn't know it. But now I know who I are, even if my looks have gone by far. I'm going to have to go on slow motion and write these things down because I love to rhyme and I want to do some poetry. of my own kind. So that did it again, right? You guys seeing that? Okay. I know you can't help it because I'm going to tell you about it. But I want you to see who I was back when I was writing these papers that I keep talking about. Hello, Kitty. Kitty's over here with his wet nose nudging on my arm. Maybe he's sniffing my arm because now he's sniffing my book. I got my notebook out, the one that I have all my pages in there. And then my little house in Kansas, I have all these little modular type. It's like a little white 36 by 36 cabinet that's got slots in it and it's big enough for notebook paper to fit in. So that they're foot by foot, you know. So there's 3 different slots down 3 different slots. So what is that? 3 times 3 is 9. So you have 9 cubicles. But I've got it full of copies of my book, which was not made into a book yet. They're the pages of the book. So, you know, that would be valuable in itself. I need to go pick those up. Not to drive across country just to do that, but, you know, I have been thinking about my little house. If something doesn't happen, if things don't change, you know, you never know what's going to happen. Next spring, if things aren't settled by next spring anyway, you know, just see what happens and see if I can have my treatments there and see if I still want to take them things. See, here I don't know. I don't know if it's the treatments that did so good or if it was the ivermectin or if it was both, you know. See, right now my bones, my bones are in the process of healing. That's the way I'm understanding it. Okay, which one to drink? I want to drink the coffee, but it's probably not going to get rid of my throat being weird. I'm going to scatter because there's things about my coffee I was going to say too. But I'm not going to do that right now. Maybe I'll remember later. I was talking about being vain. And, you know, now, the reason I brought that part up too is, you know, because now I'm older. And I have found that older people get shunned in the world of beauty. Turning on the light. Turn on your light. So you're not in the dark, okay? Now, I could probably recite my papers because I wrote them, but then, you know, you forget your exact words. I know I'm messing with my hair. I can't help it. So I'm going to get off track. If your hair is thinning, so I've been looking at stuff, you know, online. Stuff that maybe help me. I don't want to lose my hair. They didn't tell. I mean, it's a possible side effect. The thinning of the hair. There's more than one way for the hair to thin, though, people. And mine was already to that point. And I guess that's old age hair. But it's also maybe we don't have the vitamins we need. You know, we're not getting our nutrition out of the food, especially with how we eat. Most people are not sitting down eating a really great meal. Should be. I wanted to show you my book, but now I got that light on, it might mess it up. My purpose in this video was to talk to you people, and also I'm going to read Matthew 27 sometime soon. If I don't make it on this video, I'll make it in another one. So much I need to do, and I'm just distracted. I need Focus Factor. I need Vyvanse. I need to be able to get it without people giving me crap. See, that's a whole other subject I wasn't meaning to say. I'm just saying. She let me have something that had a side effect that's supposed to make me focus, okay? But she wouldn't let me have it unless she gave me blood pressure medicine. So that's 2 things. All I wanted was Vyvanse. We don't give that to people over 55. I'm going, oh, really? You know? But the point is, I did what she said. But I found myself going into rages. I mean, I'm serious. I don't do that. But I was doing that. As far as even kicking into the air because I was mad about something. But that's the point I'm trying to get at. I had to take high blood pressure medicine. To me, that means that's getting ready for this pill that she's given me, which means that I have possible problems because of this pill. But she wouldn't give me Vyvanse. I know for a fact how Vyvanse works for me, and it works great. I actually get something done. I can keep my head in the game. Instead, I'm just all over the place, just like I am with you people. But in some cases, it's really good because different thoughts come from everywhere. Sometimes I don't get my whole thought process out. You know, sometimes there's way too much to try, and you try to figure out how to communicate it to somebody. So you got your brain in there with your memories, and you're pulling it out of these different files, and your head's just going to beat the band. But then, you know, by the time I get it to you, it's not the same as what it is in my head. And how can you encompass the massiveness of your brain? I mean, if you really thought about it. I mean, you know, they say, what is it, we use 10% of our brain or something like that. I'm thinking, I can't remember, but it's minuscule compared to what there is, okay? And in the end, we're going to have it all. The whole capacity we will have. And I bet you that was what I saw that one time in my dream. Because it was massive. It was so massive. I don't know how to explain it. You know, like take your brain and it's like a... I'm going to give you a weird scenario. And I haven't thought of it before. But have your brain be your universe, okay? Or whatever, your world. Which is what I was talking about. Different things that are a part of your world. Where you go to eat. Where you do, if you do your laundry somewhere. All the different things that you have where you interact with people. And then you've got the beach and you know, people that are enjoying that like you're enjoying it. Painting. All kinds of different things. I'm giving you a little bit of a hint, and I didn't mean to. But you people looking for your other person, the one you want to live with, the one you want to have something in common with, go start doing the things that you enjoy. Because there'll be people there. And you never know who you're going to meet. And you would like for them to enjoy something you enjoy, right? So that's a good idea. Could have gave myself some good advice when I was younger. Boy, I needed me. I needed me then with who I am now to give advice. So I'm just trying to share. That is what I do. I try to share with you guys what I know. Now, some things I know, some things I believe, but really, some things I really do know. And the doubter will get into all of us, but there's things that happen. There's miracles that happen. When I was 8 years old, I was baptized, a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Before that, I grew up in that community, which is Jesus's community. So the love of Christ is always there at church. Except for, I guess, during some basketball games, the guys get a little competitive. But my brother used to play basketball. And you can take some good guys and have some belligerent stuff going on. Mouth. Meanness. Knocking each other around. People. We shouldn't get that competitive. I mean, we should go out and enjoy it and try to win, but not to those extents. It's like these adults that are parents of these kids, and they've got them in. Well, they do have them in soccer, but they've got them in football, basketball, baseball, And they get out there and they get belligerent. The parents. This is not the church, okay? The church does have all those things. Or they did when I was little. I mean, I remember me and my brother running around playing with a whole bunch of kids while our parents were playing ball. You know, we were out in the and where the bleachers are, and then further out there's more yard and stuff. We were out there just running around having so much fun. So I didn't really realize how good my dad was. Nathan said that Dad was really good with baseball. I didn't know that. I mean, I knew he played baseball and got hurt at a family reunion, but I did not know that he was really good at ball when he was younger. Nathan told me. So, you know, there's things we could learn about Papa Bear if we all share our knowledge, and see, that leads me into something. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they wrote about Jesus Christ. They wrote about the events that they were around that they thought was important. So we take my brother and us three sisters, and we all write what we think about Papa Bear. Different, not think about that too, but memories. The memories that are stored in us alone. Because those times when you're there with them alone, you experience a lot more. Plus, you get to hear the memories of the man if you can listen long enough. I have a video of my Papa Bear. I get choked up, sorry. They come out of nowhere. Okay, the video I'm talking about is Dad telling of some things. And I think the most, I mean, I've got to look at them both because I'm not sure. I've got two that were the very same, looked the very same, and same time and all that. So I got rid of one of those. But I have one that's like 4 minutes longer than the other. So I need to see which one goes first, if they are at the same time and about the same thing. Dad was telling Dad was telling his story. I think it was mostly about going across country to get sealed to Mom and to have me and Nathan sealed to them because we were already born, so we had to go through a ceremony or something. I'm telling you, the sealing power is here. And that video is Dad telling you all about it, what they went through to leave North Carolina and go across the United States to Utah and go through the mountains and stuff. And then they had to have, I've got stories in my head. You know, I haven't got them confirmed, but I'm pretty sure because I told you I got memories from when I was really little. But the car, the car must have burned oil or leaked it because I don't know how many cases Dad took. He took at least one case, if not two or three, so that he could put oil in the car to keep going. I'm pretty sure that's correct, but you know, let's leave a little leeway. My memories are not perfect. Some of them are little bleeps, you know, just little bleeps. But from a little child, you know, a toddler, I was walking probably. And if I was 13 months old, then my brother was there because I'm 13 months older than him. Okay. So what was the point? Memories. Oh, Mom and Dad going to the temple to be sealed. It's a really good story. And Dad's telling it, and then it's not that long before he died, okay? Because he's been in a facility, and he had signed a no resuscitation order, which is something we need to know about, okay? Because I thought a no resuscitation order meant that if I die, you bring me back. That's what I thought. But we were wanting some things. And since Dad had signed a no resuscitation order, they wouldn't give them to him. Say it might have been an IV. Say it might have been something else that could have helped him live longer. I really thought that that order was just like if you flatline on a table. Do you want to be brought back? So that would mean if you die, do you want to be brought back? It wouldn't mean quit giving them stuff. But they did. It was so hard. I know how he loved his water. And he asked me for water, and I couldn't give it to him. You know what? I don't know if I turn that thing up again. Then I talk silent sometimes, you know. My volume goes way down with certain things that are special. So when you're listening to me talk to you guys endlessly, that rhymed, notice my tone. You'll know how excited I am about some things. Now reading, I'm trying to, I do give a little demonstrative, which means I guess I'm giving like my interpretation, but it's not really. Okay, that would be the way it sounds, but I'm also reading it with the punctuation, and that's important. When you want to understand what you read, and if you don't know much about English, don't ever get offended because some people know nothing. And I could probably teach you guys, even my daughter, English and how to write an essay. But see, there are so many things that go into that. So yes, I took a course to be a secretary, to be an executive secretary, executive assistant, whatever. And you know they run the show. You know that they are the ones, are the brains. And they help the man, don't get offended, they help the person above them. I guess these days there's a lot of women there. You know, you're someone else's assistant. But there's always been this male chauvinist pig thing. I'm serious. You know, attitude about who they are versus who you are. But that wasn't what I was trying to say. I was my father's executive assistant, really management, but I couldn't deliver the propane. But I did get a license. I mean, I just didn't do it, okay? But I did get a license to run that propane company. We had to have one because Dad was fixing to go, I think, somewhere else, and we had to have someone on staff that was licensed. So he gave us a course, Dad did. So I've got a course also in being a plumber with propane. However, you know, you have to, what is it, reinstate it every year, pay money to get your license renewed or something. So anyway, needless to say, I haven't had that license renewed forever because we sold the propane company in 1998. And shortly after that, I started selling Avon. And then after I had gallbladder surgery, and bills were piling up, I should have went and asked for help because I didn't have an income. You know, people assume because your parents own something that you do too. No. Usually you don't get paid as well as other people will get paid doing what you do. This is a true case. You're my daughter. But you know what? They help me out a lot. So I help them out too. I've gone down a path and there's so many things. I could keep on going, but see, where did I start? um, you know what? I'm not sure that I even gave you the date. Not that it matters. But let's see. I think it's the 17th. Ah, no, it's the 18th. I was going to say I could have been on a plane. I think today's the 18th. See, I could have got a good price for a ticket, but with no luggage, to my daughter's yesterday, if I haven't lost time. I lose time. Time is just a fleeting moment. Okay, so where am I at right here? Okay, so it says the 18th, I think. I took my glasses off. Should put the glasses on? Leave them on? I just don't. But I like seeing better. Okay, let's do this. Calendars. What are you doing? No, I don't want that. Okay, I just need to, okay, that's where we are. Yeah, today's the 18th. Today's a Wednesday, right? Yes. So Christmas is 1 week from today. Can you believe that? 1 week. That means 7 days. And I'm leaving on the 25th, so I would say that I have 6 days, because this day is halfway over already. Dang. Too much. And here I sit talking to you guys. Okay, so what I wanted to do is 12:30, by the way, and it's December 18th. I was going to read, but I don't think so. It's 27 minutes. All right, in my vein part.
Unknown caller. So Merry Christmas. I hope it's a wonderful Yuletide holiday.
I guess I'll start.